Gentlemen, let's roll. All right, Jeremy just informed me it's 11 a.m. Time to start the meeting. So call the meeting to order. If you have a cell phone, please mute it or turn it off so it doesn't interrupt us. Becky, would you go ahead and do roll call?
I sure will. Bob Olson.
Here.
Tom Kitson.
Present.
Jack Scroxted.
Here.
Mike Copine.
Here.
Mike Zeman.
Here.
Jim Sheeline.
Here.
Tom Wilson.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Public attendees, we'll go around the room. Nancy? Dean?
Yes, I just handed out a information packet about the Illinois Renewable Energy Conference that is going to be taking place on October 1st and 2nd in Bloomington. It's a great opportunity to come and learn about all things related to the renewable energy field, including state policy, battery storage. It is geared for the industry. They are speaking to the industry, so they are not hiding anything. You are learning what they're learning. So if anyone would like to attend, please reach out to me and I will help you coordinate that.
All right, thank you. Anybody got any questions about that? Thanks, Alice.
Nothing other than what's on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. Is there any changes or corrections on the minutes for August 15th meeting? If not, they're going to stand as presented. We'll keep moving on. We'll do the reports. Mike Zeman, Mr. Zeman for Claims Committee.
Okay, claims, we met twice. September 4th, we went through 38 claims. Oh, yeah. September 4th, we went through 38 claims, passed all 38. On August 21st, we went through 45 claims, passed them all. And that's about it. I mean, now that Lots is gone, it probably cuts down about 20 claims per month.
Sure.
So that transition, we're done.
I don't believe so. I think we had one. Didn't we, like a late Lots cleanup?
It was my understanding that we have a few strugglers coming
Yeah.
in, but the deal is
The big
done.
stuff.
It's just going to be some late bills that we typically share with them.
Yeah.
So we had one, I think, last time.
I'm just thinking in terms of audit that we'll have one more year of audit with Lots and
Yeah.
then, just as long as we make sure that we have that in our
There's going to be
end of
a few
this
things
fiscal
that pop
year,
up.
we've got to
Right,
be
right.
done. And they need to know that
Yep.
things have got to be cleaned up by the end of this fiscal year.
Mhm. Okay, that's my report.
We do have the chairman over there, so. Yeah. All right. Any questions for Mike? Thanks. Mike, we'll go down to Jack, Mr. Krogstad.
Okay, county services met 9/11. We had one visitor. The person spoke at the meeting about her opposition to a barnuminium that's being built for residential use in the area of Deer Pass subdivision. So she was just speaking opposed to that. Alice did give her a letter detailing a little bit about what the zoning building permit pertains to. But she's still able to file an objection to this as well, moving on with that building permit. Our agenda packet has a lot of the department head reports in it. I just want to point out a couple things. The clerk's office has 25 more election judges. So that helps out quite a bit. And I asked her how many board members signed up for that. She said she didn't have any board members that were additionally signed up to help with that. So I'm going to push that out. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. So,
Charlie told me it's a conflict. That's why I didn't sign up.
really? Yeah. It's not a conflict, is it, Charlie?
I don't know. I got a
PCs
paperclip
are
problem.
your precinct. Okay. Well, anyways,
Figured you'd be used to that, Charlie.
We also are bringing to this committee the mutual aid agreement that we'd like to take for the full board as well. So that's later on. So any other questions?
Questions for Jack? Okay. All right, thanks, Jack. Mr. Copine.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Public Safety met on the 10th. The department heads that were present gave their information, and for those that weren't, have got reports that are on file, and we didn't have any board action requests or anything. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. If not, I'll get the answers for them. Otherwise, it was a short meeting.
Any questions? Mike? Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
I'd like to correct mine. We met on the 10th.
Thanks, Mike. We'll go to
Thanks.
Mr. Wilson for facilities and maintenance.
The facilities guys met on Tuesday afternoon at 3:00. It was a relatively short meeting. Dean took it for me. I was busy at work. Some of the things, the courts building, the new courtroom, Nomad's coming in the 23rd to finish up all the data and all the stuff for the courtroom. The ceilings dropped. We're waiting for some things to complete the courtroom, and the carpeting starts, I believe, next week. Allied is probably at the 99th percentile. Eric's been doing a lot of the work for their person who's in charge as far as organizing trades. Did a really good job of incorporating our subs and the subs that were needed for Nomad. There's some seal coating that was completed. The PM schedules for Hartwig and Helm are done, and there's just a few things. It's listed in the report. That's basically the extent of the properties meeting. Anybody have any questions?
Questions from Tom? No, thanks, Tom. We'll go to finance, Mr. Sheeling.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finance Committee met this morning. Relatively full meeting. We had our quarterly financials, though those be all on board. Just to take away from the quarterly financials is that PPRT continues to be trend actually lower than what the state had advised us. So it's a good thing, our budget discipline has paid off this year. If revenues continue to track about the way that we think they are, we're going to be right on budget. So, difference from the years past where we ended up the year with a relatively strong surplus. This year, we're probably going to end up pretty darn even. Moving on to this year's budget, we did a 10,000 foot overview of where we are as far as the overall budget goes. We're going to have our final budget meeting on the 24th, just so the executive committee knows that we started off this year as pretty much every year, about $1.5 million deficit. We have the budget crunched down, or I should say Jeremy, the team, I got to give credit to Jeremy and Reed and Paul. They've got the budget crunched down to about a $7,000 surplus at a cost. And that cost is right now we're projected to pull about $200,000 from capital reserves and $200,000 from solid waste. I don't want to get too much in the weeds this month as far as the numbers go, because there's a number of things that still have yet to be finalized, specifically the levy, and that could change those numbers a little bit, maybe 50 to 100,000. So that's where we're at. We're having the final budget wrap-up meeting on the 24th. And so at the October Finance Committee meeting, we'll have our recommendation to the full board for the October meeting. So then we had 3 Joseph E. Meyer resolutions that were passed on to this committee. So I'll be placed on the agenda, and Nancy should have those. And then we did have a bar request that there was a little bit mix up in timing. It did not make it to our agenda in order to have a formal motion. And it has to do with the car that Sauk Valley Community College has paid for, and we have received that money. We just simply didn't have the action request in time to make it to the agenda. And that's probably my fault. But anyway, so we will just need to make a motion out of this committee to place it on the agenda. So we did have a consensus from the finance committee to move that forward. And that's all I have.
Any questions? What's the CPI? What are you using for the CPI this year?
Oh, gosh, I think,
Yeah, we're looking at 3.4, I think.
yeah,
3.4.
you're talking as far as the levy goes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's what we're estimating right now.
Is that what you use for assumptions then or? what
Yep.
you- Okay.
So, now, of course, the question will be is what's the final calculation for new property? But I think for this committee to understand is that as we have these tight budgets, it's very, very critical that we levy the full amount so that we capture all of the property. And that's, we base all of our budget numbers in regards to that number. So that's very important.
Any idea of the number of new construction?
No, so I actually just talked to Jennifer Boyd at the assessment office yesterday. She's starting to crunch those. So we should have a better idea next week, and then obviously we'll have some numbers by the levy meeting.
All right. All right, any questions? Thanks, Jim. There's a sheriff's report from Public Safety detailing the events and within the department. That's just for information purposes. We'll go down to the administrative report. Jeremy, you got anything you want to share with the committee?
Now, outside of what, Mr. Sheeline just laid out from the majority of the work that's being done on the budget, just wanted to also let the executive committee know that currently I am working with Gallagher Bassett, CIRMA, through all of our insurance renewals, general liabilities, cyber liability, crime liability, those types of things. So that's also happening right now.
Any idea of the increase yet?
I do not have that yet. I actually was just having some emails with one of the representatives, and I should have some today.
The health insurance, that was lower than what we thought. What did that come in at? You remember?
Yep.
Increase?
It came in at 3.4.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I thought. That's awesome. CPI is, that's how it's supposed to work.
Yep.
So, all right, that's all you got? Thanks. All right, we'll move on to old business. I have nothing. New business, we got a board action request for the new squad car. I entertain a motion.
We'll make that motion. I'll make the motion to move the board action request from the sheriffs to purchase a new vehicle.
Second.
Mr. Kitson seconds it. But he's moving it to county board, yep. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll go down to the appointments. I need a resolution to appoint, I need a motion to appoint Jeff Curtis to the Amboy Fire Protection Board.
So move.
Mr. Copine moves. Do I have a second? Mr. Kitson seconds it. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I would entertain a motion to appoint Nathan Hummer on the ZBA, Nathan Hummel on the ZBA.
So.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Scroggs seconds it. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now I need a motion to approve the resolution to appoint Tim Crawford to the ZBA. Mr. Lane moves, Mr. Scroggs seconds. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I got two raffle reports, Trinity Cares and Moonlight Bay raffle report. Is there a motion to put these two Trinity Cares and Moonlight Bay raffle reports on file with the county? Mr. Kitson moves, Mr. Scroggs seconds it. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. There's a review of the per diem report for the county board approval. That's going to be on the county board just for informational purposes. And now I need to, is there a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing 5 ILCS 120/2C1. Mr. Kitson moves and Mr. Sheeline seconds it. We'll do a roll call vote.
Bob Olson,
Yes.
Tom Kitson.
Yes.
Jack Scroggstead,
Yes.
Mike Copine,
Yes.
Mike Zeman.
Yes.
Jim Sheeline.
Yes.
Tom Wilson.
Yes.
Or whatever. Who are we waiting for? We got Nancy. We got everyone. All right. No, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna put it on the agenda. Yeah, we're gonna put it on the agenda. We gotta write the resolution first, and I don't like to vote on nothing until I see the resolution. We have a new thing we're trying here, you know?
All right, you ready? Bob Olson,
Yes.
Tom Kitson,
Yes.
Jack Scroggstead,
Yeah.
Mike Copine,
Yes.
Mike Zeman,
Yes.
Jim Sheeline.
Yes.
Tom Wilson.
Here, yes. Whatever.
Thank you. Now it's time when we go to the verification of topics for the September 19th County Board agenda. Everybody's good with that?
I might.
So let's go to that. Everybody pull it up. We're all good till we get down to letter G. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. We got 3 Joseph Meyer resolutions that Mr. Sheeline talked about. We go to zoning and planning. We have none for all 4 of them. Quiet month.
Yeah.
We got administrator monthly update, board member comments about that, public comments. We go down, I see we got Carla, Tom and Lucas. Do we want all 3 of them? Do we break them up or?
Well, last month we had different presenters. So this month we had them all piling at the same time,
Okay,
but we are going to break them up in the future.
all right. That is broke up, you're saying?
Huh?
That is broke up? Just
Yeah,
makes for a
because
long
we had
meeting.
3 last month from different organizations, so we had to move these 3 to this. month.
Okay,
There's 3 here now.
yeah,
Right, but there were 3 last month too, that the opioid funding, there was several
Okay.
different organizations last
all right, that's fine. I just was wondering, so,
month. Yeah, but we are going to stagger them in the future.
all right.
Pardon me?
You're gonna stagger them in the future.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
But the way it worked out, we had 3 last month that wanted to make a presentation, so we'd already pushed them. These 3 were supposed to be last month,
Okay,
but we had 3 different organizations wanting to speak, so we pushed these 3 to this month. So in the future, we're going to try and stagger.
Sounds good.
all right. Everybody good with that? Yep. We got the reports of committee, the unfinished business, that's an ordinance authorizing the execution of the Illinois Public Works Mutual Aid Agreement. Let's go to new business. We have that Public Works Mutual Aid Agreement, the resolution to amend resolution, Lee LaSalle Intergovernmental Agreement. Then we got the 3 appointments we agreed on today. Is there anything come out of finance today that we don't have?
Just that bar.
Okay, we need to put that on there. Thank you.
That's the new squad car, correct? That should go under new business?
Yep.
Okay, I have, okay, noted.
Yep. Anything else? We're good there? All right. We got the 3 appointments, resolutions, executive session, the regular reports. I think that all looks good. Any questions from anybody? I need a motion to approve the proposed agenda then.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we putting something on the agenda?
What do you want to put on there? Oh, yeah,
No, it's not, is it?
oh, yeah, yes.
Because
Thank you. I was
we
thinking the
can.
other-
okay.
Yes, a resolution for salary set for the coroner. Good call. Thank you.
Mhm.
Whoever come up with that first. You think I would have remembered that? It was just 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so since we put that on, now we can approve the opposed.
Yep.
Or the proposed, not the opposed.
So I'm sorry, so that goes under new business, correct? The resolution for salary, I'm sorry, I heard mumbling.
Yep. Sorry.
No, not
To
here.
set the coroner's salary.
Coroner's salary, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything else? Anyone? I need a motion to approve the proposed county board agenda. Mr. Sheeline moves, Mr. Kitson seconds it. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion to adjourn. Mr. Scroggstead and Mr. Wilson. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.